I've realised something, okay? Do you know if you add X, the letter X, in any word, any part of the word, it sounds so much more badass. A perfect example is like taking the word ray. Ray on its own, meh, turn that into X-ray. Oh, you can't really make Malcolm sound exciting, can you? You can, Malcolm X. Triple X, the fantastic Mr. Foe. X. Men? X-Men. I think you get the picture. Today's iron though is definitely badass because it's a Forge Tech, and guess what? It has an X. It does. Excellent. Yes guys, we are back. Missed you actually. 10 days of being sick with that you know what thing. Can't say it on YouTube apparently. But jokes aside, I have been rather sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice, but I feel like I've handled it like a trooper. Help. Handled it well, considering, yeah. Now, we recently visited many gardens with the fantastic Cobra Forge Tech iron. Cracking iron, that one. And in said video, I asked you guys if you wanted to see the Forge Tech X review, and many did. Surprising actually, I wasn't too sure, hence why I asked you. But yeah, here we are. So this is the first shot I'm going to be hitting since getting that spicy cough. So is there anybody here that would like to take a bet on where you think the golf ball is going to go? Many bets. We'll take this one. Who was this? Shank? Really? This is the first shot with the Forge Tech X and the first shot since the spicy cough. Got to go in the hole right. No, we were joking. Please no. Please no. It's a lovely flight in. That was a very easy 200 carry uphill. How's this landing is the big thing. Extremely reasonably. Seriously. What's here? This, funnily enough, is a game improvement iron, which you can probably agree isn't very game improvery. Oh, that's a good one. Game improver, write that one down. As we know, the sole purpose of a game improvement iron above anything else is distance of forgiveness. Usually, looks and feel, see you mate, stay outside in the cold, there's not enough space for you in here. I feel like a sim. I do. But enter the 2022 Forge Tech X. Distance of forgiveness are looking around the cabin going, there's a lot of space in front of the fire, why not invite looks and feeling? We can all sit in front of the fire as a nice family. What? I'm unwell, okay? We'll leave it at that. Seriously? Help. So speaking of looks and feel for me, it feels slightly firmer than that of the Forge Tech. A lot of feedback, which I think is great. And looks wise, if you read about it, you'd assume it was this chunky monkey. Like me. And no, it's not actually. Offset is definitely there, much more visible than that of the Forge Tech. But the size, it's not a massive iron, and I like that. So as we know, in the last few years, the material tungsten has played a huge part in iron development. And at times, it's felt like the companies are having a bit of a tungsten measuring contest. How big is your tungsten? Small. And yes, you guessed correctly, the Forge Tech X has a pretty big package. 65 grams of tungsten, in fact, is fitted inside the hollow body construction to really give us that ideal game improvement launch and performance. Now you know these days, no hollow body construction iron can walk down the street without getting pumped up with foam. This is the same. And inside the Forge Tech X, we've got that lightweight foam insert that sits behind the hitting area for that soft forge-like feel. love it there. I don't think we could have picked a more unflattering par 3 for my swing. Like, the green is so narrow. Oh, no. It's okay. Yes, it's strong. You can go back. The loft police again. Loft. No, it's just roof, and then the sky. Iron lofts. 27 degrees. 7-iron. Now, I get it. It's strong. It is. So even though it's strong, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go further. Probably will, but it doesn't necessarily mean it will. More than likely will, but it doesn't mean it will. Do you know what I mean? It's like a 5-iron, 6-iron loft, but we know it's going to be flying like that number. High and long. Steep descent, landing like a peach. I'm going to throw a couple little tests in there. I want to know what happens if you try and fade it for someone that can't fade and an iron that's not really designed to fade. Or you can push it, that's possible, clearly, look. Tried, didn't it? And no shorter. That's a golf shot. So it's fadeable. Probably a bit too much on that one. Still, 200 yards carry. But what happens if we want to hit one a little bit harder? How far is it going to go? That's the question. We'll remove these obviously for the numbers at the end, but it's interesting to know what this is capable of. It's good when you actually make contact with a golf ball. Are you going to hold this one? The height that's coming in with is fantastic. Hit the backboard and roll backwards. I'm not going to hit it any better than that. Look at that height again. I love seeing that. 210 on the fly, but all the altitude. We're not getting this, you know, no spin burner when you accelerate. 5, 7, 8, 9 on the backspin. I mean, 7-iron, it is obviously on the lower side, but again, as we know, it's all about getting that ball. That is so high altitude-wise. Steep descent, and hopefully you'd like it to stop. So spin, again, we can kind of disregard to a certain extent. Right, numbers, let's go. We hit a few shots there, so I feel like this is a real good representation of, I've obviously taken the real bad stuff out. I think this is a decent average, to be honest. So we've got average ball speed of 134.1. I think we crept up to 140 plus with a few of those, especially at the end when we accelerated. Launch angle 18.6. So this number may give you a bit of a gasp. 5,206 spin. There'll be many people out there that will be saying,
it's not enough spin, that. Really not enough spin.
And if we had an iron that gave us a normal trajectory, I'd say you're bob on. Look at all these trajectories here in a group. It's like the perfect little window considering how many shots we hit. That's perfect for me. Obviously, you've got to take this number and apply it to your game. Go and test a few and see how high you hit it. You may hit this low with that spin and then that will be a problem. You may hit it high with that spin and that could also be a problem. So you just got to make sure you test this yourself. Don't take this, like I say, as gospel. Go and find out how this fits with your swing. Carry on average was 195, total 199. Another iron, guys, to really get amongst. Obviously, Forge Tech if you want a bit more of a smaller profile, a bit more zippage, I suppose. Then we go to Forge Tech X, which has got the more game improvement aesthetics, but it's still not, like I said to you before, crazy offset, thick top line. It's a lovely shaped iron for someone that really doesn't like offset. It's a serious golf club, this. It really is. Again, doesn't mean it's going to be for you, and the only way you're going to find that out is by testing it yourself. So guys, thank you as always for watching. If you're not a part of Team Al and like the videos, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification. Thank you. I forgot all the other bits, didn't I? I'm unwell, it's okay.